think I personally believe all of us have many lives within us, only a single life. And I'll share a few tips from
Mhm.
my journey. It develops a skill in us, which is, I think, one of the key skills in 21st century, which is empathy. Becoming self-aware is key because that helps you define what are the core values in your life.
I also noticed in your profile that you've been an active volunteer for a lot of volunteering activities. So, what do you think is the importance of volunteering for a professional or as a person, and what is the kind of benefit that you get out of it?
This is something, volunteering is something which is also very close to my personal values. And I will relate it, Aritosh, to the point which I was trying to make. So, becoming self aware is key because that help you define what are the core values in your life.
Mm-hmm.
For any youngster, there are two or three key decisions they would take, right? First, where would they do a job? So I've been a career TCSer, been in the organization for 16 years, whereas the trend today has been to hop on jobs every few years, right? And I'm not saying that is right or wrong. What I'm saying is I'm here because of the value system which I can
Mm.
relate to in the organization, which provides both personal and professional growth for me. And volunteering is one of the key, tenets of the TCS as well as the Tata Group as a whole. So now coming back, I've been a volunteer at Tata Pro Engage program for a couple
Mm-hmm.
of years. I mentored a lot of underprivileged youth. Again, to increase their skill, this was through an NGO called Antarang in Mumbai, so that they can become, employable. They can join the industry, and I really find it very very fulfilling. One, it develops a skill in us which is, I think, one of the key skills in 21st century, which is empathy,
Mm.
right? When you have empathy and compassion towards people who are lesser privileged, and and if you can give back to something to them which can help them grow, it gives you immense satisfaction. That's one thing. I've also been volunteering for other TCS initiatives within the organization, for different kind of drives and so on. In fact, just to share, my elder son Parth, who's 13, he just completed a drive
Yeah.
yesterday, and he raised uh, close to 73,000 for underprivileged kids. And I'm very
Wow.
happy that if such a young age he can do it, he will really be able to develop this kind of key skill of
Mm-hmm.
empathy towards the larger social good in future.
Amazing, amazing. I'll say that no, I totally relate to your empathy point. I've been in my journey, I've been part of multiple such no, volunteering activities, whether it's going to underprivileged areas, teaching kids a few life skills, or no, telling them the basic STEM skills, as they say, or being helping them with a few things. I think there's so much of value and there's so much of learning that we get even when we are going to deliver something. We receive more than what we deliver, and in terms of leadership, I think that adds a lot to our EQ, which is the term in the 21st century. If you're trying to be a servant leader, you need to have that emotional quotient. I think that really helps us increase that by multifold. So uh, and I'm really impressed with the value that you're providing to Sun, because I think it's very important that we take care of the next generation and provide the right value. So kudos to you on that. My probably the last question for this interview, because I don't want it to go on and on for long. We have talked about so many things in last 15 20 minutes, and you are on LinkedIn, you are doing a full-time thesis job, you're academic, you are helping people, you are doing volunteering. How do you manage your time? I mean, how are you so productive, and how are you able to manage so many things at one point of time?
That's a good question. I think I personally believe all of us have many lives within us. It's not only a single, kind of life. And share a few tips, from
Mm-hmm.
my journey. And one, I start my day with a meditation. So I've
Mm-hmm.
been using a waking up app, especially mindfulness meditation. I devote at least 20 minutes every day, because it helps clear the mental clutter, or
Right.
on our mind, to help more focus and clarity. And then I go into something which I call journaling. So I journal for at least 10 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this helps me generate new ideas, focus on reprioritize my goals, where I want to spend my energy, where I want to spend my time. So these are two things. I also spend a lot of time doing household work, okay, and household chores, as well as taking a walk in the evening with my
Mm-hmm.
spouse. So at least
Mm-hmm.
for 45 minutes, because we then bounce off ideas with each other. Are we heading in the right direction? Are we doing the right things? So this is a third thing. And fourth thing which I really which I really advise youngsters and all to do is reading.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of my most valuable position. This is a book by Professor Clayton Christensen, father of disruptive innovation, who passed away last year. He was
Mm-hmm.
on board of TCS, one of the very well-known person in Silicon Valley. And I met him in Harvard University in 2018, and he signed this book for me.
Wow.
I still
Wow.
have a photograph with him, and this is one of my most prized possessions. I similarly met Mr. N. Chandra, our Tata Group chairman. He signed a book for me in Tata Literature Live, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and this is also one of the most prized possession. I really cherish this because books open your horizon. It
True.
gives you a different perspective of the world. There are always things, tips, and tricks which people have used to become more productive in life, and we can use them directly. We don't have to reinvent the wheel and avoid the
Mm.
mistakes, right, which we may do because of external influences. So these are my couple of tips.
Awesome. I mean, I have one keynote that I give where I talk about how can you pursue your passion, and I was just going through your list, and I think out of the four things, I am doing the three things. I'm doing meditation, 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I'm doing journaling. So my journaling book is here. I've been journaling for last 1 year, and it's tremendous helpful. And in that, I've got my book list. I've got like, you can see I've already these two book I'm, yeah, and I think this is your recommendation. I
Right.
got it next week. So I've got like, no, I'm not reading one book. I'm keeping a pipeline that no, that the continuity should not break. So as soon as I finish a book, I have another one or two books ready to go, and that was the reason I was able to finish 15 books. So I greatly I love your response. And of course, one of the things that I truly believe is there is nothing called time management. It's more of a
Yeah.
priority and attention
Right.
management. If you're able to manage your priorities and your attention, I think you can do great. So thank you so much, Gaurav. This was such an amazing interview. I really learned a lot from your journey, from your experiences and the nuggets of wisdom you had. I'm so happy that we did it, and hopefully we'll do more such collaboration in future. So thank you so much for joining us.
Sure, Aritosh, it was extremely nice for you to invite me. A wonderful experience. We share a lot of common habits, and I'll say hobbies. It's great connecting with you. I hope some of my tidbits from my life would help to some of the
Yep.
viewers or listeners from your channel. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. So that was Gaurav Gandhi giving us his life journey, his experiences, and his vision for the next generation. So, in the same way, we will have more guests coming soon. So, until next time, as I say every time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep going out of your comfort zone. This is Haritosh, and I'll be back with another episode of Inspirational Interviews. Thank you so